What's up, everybody? Welcome back. Hope everybody's having a great day or night whenever you're watching this. Philadelphia 76ers offseason is off to a fantastic start, firing Doc Rivers, who was holding that team back. And now, today, the news is broken that they have hired Nick Nurse to be their next head coach. And I think that is a massive W. Do you like the hiring? Do you not like the hiring? Let me know in the comments why. I'm going to break down why I do like it. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. And if you enjoy this kind of content, please like the video. But Nick Nurse is a damn good coach, and he has been basically his entire coaching career. It's a dude that's got a lot of experience coaching a lot of different teams all over the world. He's coached in 4 different countries. He's a championship head coach, and that was a recent championship. You know, it was only like 4 years ago or whatever it was. And he's done a really good job with teams that didn't have a lot of, just a lot of great talent on there, but he got the most out of those teams. Those Raptors teams the last couple of years really just haven't had any bigs, and he's made it work with that. You've seen guys like Pascal Siakam have career years with him as his coach. Kyle Lowry back when he was a Raptor having career years with him. You can go with Fred VanVleet, who's really blown up under Nick Nurse. There's Kawhi Leonard has basically his best playoff run ever with Nick Nurse as his coach. The list goes on. Gary Trent Jr., OG Anunoby, but it goes on forever. And I think, the fact that a lot of guys have been successful under him is a great indication of what he wants for his players. He's on record as having saying, I just want to see my guys get bigger contracts and longer contracts and make more money. I want to see them be more successful. And I think that creates like a really good energy amongst the teams to where, it feels like your coach just wants the best for you. And I think that gets a lot of buy-in, which I don't really know how much the Sixers were really all that bought in under Doc Rivers, because Doc was trash. I'm just going to call that what it is, okay? I was so happy when they finally cut the ties with him. But Nurse, on the other hand, he's willing to try literally anything. I think that being a head coach is about being open-minded, along with obviously you got to put the time in and the work in and the game plans and everything like that, which Nurse is excellent at. You've seen a lot of players just say like he's one of the best X and O's coaches in the entire league. And what I really like I said, is the ability that he'll just try random things. Like he's not scared to try stuff even if it's not working. And this is literally a quote from I think like last year, where he said, why are people so afraid to try something different? And it's because the scrutiny they're going to receive if it doesn't work out, which that is a very good reason as to why coaches don't try new, random stuff or get wild, because they're worried about the backlash that they may receive. He said that stops people from trying things different a lot. And he said the games evolve very, very quickly. Somebody's got to try some new stuff, and it might as well be me. So I love that, right? Because that shows an openness to, one, hearing what your players might want to try, and then also being like, okay, maybe, if we're playing drop coverage and it's just not working, maybe we need to blitz the screens, okay? Maybe we need to play 5 out and let Embiid get the ball. Maybe he's on the perimeter, but we have a guard set a screen for him, so that way maybe you get a mismatch. They have to switch, make the defense have to work, do some backside screening stuff, which he likes to do, and just the overall flow of the offense, which is what really hindered Philly in the playoffs, is that it was just this James Harden, Joel Embiid screen and roll, brick turnover, whatever it turned out to be, right? It was the most predictable thing ever, and when you have a coach that's unpredictable, that can only help you right there. So they really needed a coach that was better with X and O's and better in in-game management. Doc would just stand there and this is what we're going to do. This is all we're going to do. We're not going to change it. This is who we are. Nurse is going to be like, okay, whatever we came into this game with is not working. We're switching it up, because you just need that. You just can't be so complacent. You got to be ready to switch things on the fly, because that's what championship teams do. Look at Boston. They were down 3-0 in this series against the Heat, right? And Boston's done a great job of blitzing Jimmy Butler, trapping down low on Bam Adebayo whenever he gets close. Those dunks that Bam was getting in games 1 and 2 and 3, gone now. They're not there. Switching everything and then sending the double team from the weak side. Just doing everything correctly, right? That's what good coaching does to an extent, right? The players obviously have to execute it, but Nurse is going to be one of those guys that is going to experiment and try and find the things that will work. As a basketball fan, I can't stand watching teams fail doing something and just continue to do it over and over and over again. That's the definition of insanity, is doing the same thing over and over and over again, expecting a different result. So now they have somebody that's just going to try new stuff. And I can't wait to see Joel Embiid with a coach that is willing to try new stuff with him and get him in different situations to succeed. Guys like James Harden, Tyrese Maxey, That's going to be so good for them. That's if Harden comes back, of course. But another thing is that, Nurse's play style and his coaching style, he wants to dominate the glass. He wants to get out and transition a lot. And I think that the transition part is really going to help Tyrese Maxey a lot, I think. And he kind of empowers his players, right? So he wants more from his main guys. I want you to be the best versions of yourself. You're not playing second and third fiddle. Each one of you is the star of the show. And it's on us to figure out how to play, as a unit. Which, when you have as much star power as Philly does, that's a good way of going about it. Honestly, I'm expecting a huge jump with Tyrese Maxey. Like, out of anybody, that's the guy I'm expecting to go to like a 23, 24 point per game scorer. I think we could see a huge jump on him, especially depending what happens with Harden. But I think he's ready to take that next step, and I think he's getting a coach now that's going to propel him to do it. And same with Embiid, who, yes, he is coming off an MVP season, but we need to see it in the playoffs, right? That's what we want to see. We want to see Joel dominate in the playoffs. And now you're getting a coach that has actually done something in the last 5 years. And his biggest accomplishment wasn't 15 years ago like Doc Rivers. And you get a coach that isn't known for blowing leads or being catastrophic to his own team. You're getting somebody that propels his team. And that's really all Philly needed, with some creativity, some ingenuity, some flexibility, and a coach that was willing to try anything. And they got that. So I can't wait to see how the rest of Philly's offseason goes, because I think, do you bring back Harden? In the comments, let me know if you guys want Harden back or what you want to do there, because I think that's very, very polarizing right now with all the rumors to Houston, all that good stuff. But even no matter what happens there, I still think Philly has the opportunity to make this offseason like the best chance for next year for guys like Harden if they come back, for Joel and for Maxey for playoff success, because you got a coach that is proven and has proven recently. So if you can't tell, I absolutely love the Nick Nurse hire. I think he's one of the top 5 coaches in the entire NBA, and firing him made no sense for me with Toronto because their roster construction was bad. And he dragged them pretty much all the way up to the play-in and was dragging them last year, the year before that. Just a good quality coach. And, Joel Embiid really hasn't had one of those. So I'm excited for this. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe, and if you enjoy this kind of content, please like the video. But shout out to Daryl Morey and the Philadelphia 76ers front office, because hiring Nick Nurse is a massive W. Great way to start the offseason. Can't wait to see who they sign in free agency, who they draft, all that good stuff. But awesome start. So thanks for watching. I'm done.